So, I've not been producing much content, you might have noticed, for the last week or two. I apologise for that. I've had a little bit of a health problem. Nothing serious, fatal to worry about, but it has affected my ability to play guitar and also to produce the videos. Long story short, I've got a bit of sciatica, which is, you can Google it for the details, but it's a trapped nerve condition that starts from your lower back and affects your sort of legs and lower part of your body. So it's been very, very difficult for me to even sit down, hence I'm stood up now, and carry on producing the content. The reason I decided to talk about it is because it seems to have come about as a result of, well, indirectly, from my playing and producing content and using bad technique in my seating position, my posture, the way that I've been sat playing, using the computer and the technology of the camera and things like that. So I wanted to just explain what I think the cause of it has been, and hopefully it might be able to prevent anyone else from having the same problems. So I know you're not all producing content, I know you're not all on YouTube, you might just be playing for your own enjoyment, so let's just talk about the guitar and you playing rather than the other side of it. That made it worse for me, but you can still, the potential's still there to have posture problems just by playing your instrument without the extra issues that I've had. Now, I've talked before on quite a lot of my videos about the importance of things like warming up your fingers, your stretching, not damaging your hands, you know, making sure you don't strain yourself or pull anything like that. But because this has just happened to me, I thought it'd be a good opportunity to discuss this side of things as well. So in terms of when you start playing your posture with your guitar, I'm stood up at the minute because it's too painful to sit down, so I'm not going to demonstrate it by sitting down. But imagine you're sat down playing your guitar. We've done our warm-ups, we've done all other things. Let's get the basics right, because they're quite often overlooked. Just make sure you've got a good straight spine position, that you're comfortable. Before you even start playing anything, you want to be comfortable when you're sat with your instrument and everything just feels right, everything's at hand, so that you're not straining yourself anywhere, because that's going to be the recipe for potentially getting an injury like this, or you know, something else that might, I say it might affect your playing, it might be worse than that. It's affected a lot of aspects of my life over the last couple of weeks. As I say, I'm getting on top of it now, you know, with some correct techniques and things, but I don't want it to happen to any of you guys. So you want a chair, if you're going to be sat down to play, ideally with a good back support, so that you've got a good posture there. You don't want to be either sort of laid back with the guitar like this and you crank back this way. Likewise, you don't want to be hunched over and the guitar sort of falling off you. What I often see is people that don't have a correct leg position. And what I mean by that is, when you're sat down playing, look at the shape of the guitar, it's got the curvature underneath. Same with the acoustic guitar. Obviously that's designed so that you can rest the guitar on your leg and play in that position. Now if your leg's not in the right position, the guitar is going to be sliding around everywhere, and you're going to be fighting the instrument to keep it in the right position before you even start playing. So the tip or the trick is, make sure that you've got your leg at the correct angle, your thigh, your upper leg, to support the guitar in a nice solid position, and then you're not going to be trying to hold it and fight it and pull it in whilst you're actually trying to play it. There's a device you can get called a guitar footstool, because quite often you'll find when you're sat in a normal chair, your dining room chair or whatever it is you normally sit on when you're practicing, it's unlikely that your foot and your leg's going to be at the right height to provide that support. I've done it so many times myself, and I find myself either sort of raising my leg up and supporting it on my toe, or trying to, you know, put my leg onto one of the, in my case I use an office chair, onto one of the feet of the office chair, just to get that extra little bit of lift on the guitar. But you consider using something like a support for your foot if you don't want to shell out for one of these foot supports. Just find something else to rest your foot on, get a little box or something like that, or something just keeps a nice sort of horizontal position for the leg that you're resting your guitar on, so it's not going to slide down and it's not going to slide into your body and go over like that. Make sure you've got a good neck angle on your guitar when you're setting up your posture, so that it's not up like this. You see rock stars doing this all the time, so it looks really cool, and that type of posture. When you're used to playing and you've done your warm-ups and done a bit of stretching before you go on stage, great. You can do that as a showing off sort of thing. But generally speaking, you want to aim for roughly a sort of 45-degree angle, the neck of your guitar up like that. If it's slouching down like that, obviously I can feel it now. I'm trying to get my fretting hand in position. It's uncomfortable. I'm having to work a lot of extra muscles in my fretting hand and my arm to be able to make chords, which I can't even make a bar chord there. Whereas I can just put it in the correct position and it just falls into line. So just make sure that everything's in good position and you're not straining to do what you need to do. So that's the crux of this video. As I've talked about the basic things that everyone talks about and knows about, the warm-up exercises, but be careful about your posture and be careful about your setup for playing. Make sure it's comfortable for you. One thing that does come up as well with an electric guitar when you sat down playing it is oftentimes, show you there, the input socket for the guitar. Once you plug your lead in, connect that to the amp, you might find when you sat down on a chair or a sofa that interferes with the position and makes the guitar go like that because you can't get the guitar at the right angle. There's a way around that. You can buy a guitar lead that's got a right angled type connector on it so it doesn't stick out too far. There's always a solution to it. Don't be afraid and don't be too tight to spend an extra couple of quid to get a device or the correct lead, or if it's something as simple as that, to make sure that you're comfortable with your playing. Not only will it make sure that you're not going to compromise your health, and believe me, it is no fun whatsoever. I'm not going for the sympathy vote, but it's been very, very painful. Not only that, but if your guitar's in the right position and in the right setup, then it's going to help you playing because your hands are going to be in the right position. Everything's going to come naturally. You're not having to force the issue, and all of your energy, your concentration can go in on to playing and practicing the piece that you're trying to play, rather than to hold the guitar up or stop it slipping down and all the rest of it. So I hope that's helpful. I'm going to get back to recording some more stuff ASAP because I want to keep the content coming. I'm going to do another video, I'll link to it, because I'm going to probably be using a strap playing standing up for the foreseeable. So I'm going to do a quick video on using a guitar strap, because everything I've done so far has been sat down. It does seem like a simple thing, but there's a couple of points that I want to talk about, but I don't want this to be too long, so I'm going to do it separately. As always, enjoy safely and without pain.